are you doing to me?
Step out of the truck. Do it now.
I am.
Face the truck. Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything. I've only tried to save people my whole life. This isn't right.
You know you're a good dad, Kevin.
Dude, I was a good husband.
January 8th, 2024, Camas-Washington. Former Fire Battalion Chief Kevin West calls 911, saying his wife Marcy suffered a seizure, stopped breathing, and needed CPR. She is pronounced dead at the home. But within days, questions about their marriage begin reaching investigators, and the medical evidence points to something far more serious.
First and foremost, I'm sorry for this. I heard you speaking that she seemed pretty normal, had a headache, threw up.
She did, yeah.
Can you just kind of run me through last night and give me rough estimates of time frames of when I said she got some ibuprofen or something along those lines?
Yeah, so we had dinner. I think she had a headache about 10:30, roughly.
Okay.
10:30, 11. She threw up right after that, somewhere between 10:30 and 11.
Okay.
She had ibuprofen when the headache came on. That's pretty normal. She'd have ibuprofen and Tylenol.
So when she felt the headache at about the same time as when she took the ibuprofen,
Yeah.
and then in that same time frame is also when she threw up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't take any prescriptions.
No prescriptions. Did you say no
wouldn't
alcohol? No.
She doesn't drink alcohol.
Okay. No drug usage, nothing like that.
Not even remotely.
Okay.
And then, like, she doesn't even go to the doctor, so I signed her up for that. We do that live scan, so she just went to the live scan
Right.
at the fire department.
Okay. Was she acting off in any way, shape, or form? Anything that seemed out of the norm?
No, I went to Ichi and they were closed, so I went to Chinese restaurant, got her some noodles, and
That was later after dinner when she was feeling
we
sick?
had like dinner and watched like 3 movies and just had a lazy day.
And you got the dinner from where at?
Downtown Washougal, the
Chinese Garden?
Chinese Gardens, yeah, right on
Main Street? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, what time did you guys go to bed?
It was roughly about that same time after she threw up.
So around 11 o'clock.
Around 11, yeah.
And then, when the call came out, is that about when you noticed something was wrong, or was there, about what time do you think you noticed something was off?
I have no idea what time it was.
Okay.
It just woke up. My dog was whimpering and kind of woke me up, and
Yeah.
and then I knew she was having a seizure, and
Okay.
I got her out of bed, and I called 911. I had to run around to my side of the bed to get the phone.
But it was pretty much right when you woke up and saw the problem. Is when you
Yeah.
called. Okay.
Yeah.
And so she started having a seizure. Anything else going on at that time?
Nothing.
And when she started having the seizure, is that when you pulled her off the bed and put her on the floor? Or?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you put her on the floor, before paramedics got here, were you administering CPR? Or?
No, I had her on her side,
Okay.
and I told dispatch that I had her on her side. I was a paramedic for 18 years, but I was honest. I said I was an EMT. She was still actively seizing, and then
3 weeks later, investigators returned with questions Kevin's original explanation hadn't answered.
And then moving forward, and again, this is another couple questions that I apologize for, being blunt, but do you happen to know Cynthia? And how do you know her? I guess what's your relationship?
So, I had an affair
Okay.
with Cynthia. And I'm struggling with my choice of doing that. I knew of her in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess going back, did you meet her like early 2000s, or when did you first?
I met her because she was a Washougal volunteer,
Oh, okay.
so that's where I knew her from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And as far as like timeline of the affair, when was that happening?
Right now.
Right now? Okay. How long has that been going on?
Like, I talked to her once on Messenger in July.
Okay.
And I didn't even, I didn't see her until late August.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been intermittent meetings.
Okay. And again, we're not here to judge.
I know, it's hard for me because I'm being honest with you on having that affair.
Mm-hmm. Was there ever any talks of if something were to happen to Marcy that you would move forward with Cynthia?
No.
And like my partner said, kind of the elephant in the room. As far as the autopsy and stuff go, would it surprise you if I told you that there were some injuries uncovered?
Yeah.
Okay. But again, is there anything that you can think of that could explain like why she had any injuries?
No.
Because at this point, kind of what the body is saying isn't naturally meshing with kind of what we're picking up in interviews and following up on, if that makes sense. Can you add anything to that or kind of help us understand what happened or why, maybe?
There was absolutely nothing. You know, we had a good night. We made love. She went through what she went through. I woke up to the events as I've explained. I have never once laid a hand on my wife, ever. Never once ever been physical in any way. I spent my whole life helping people and saving people. Like, my indiscretion with Cynthia has nothing to do with the other. We were there's been no instance of a fall or injury. I was with her for, the days prior even, right? I have nothing else to add. I'm telling you exactly what occurred that night, and how, and what I had to do.
So again, it's kind of, we're having a hard time putting the pieces together. A lot of times we'll talk about investigations like a puzzle. Where sometimes it's like an upside down puzzle where we can't see the pictures putting pieces together. This one, maybe not so much. I think a lot of the pieces make sense. A lot of the interviews that we've done make sense. A lot of the follow-up warrants, stuff of that nature. Makes sense. But the kind of the last piece of the puzzle is maybe the why. Because it's like my partner said, the body doesn't lie. The science doesn't lie. The injury patterns don't lie. So I think our last little bit of the puzzle is the why, or what led to it, what happened.
Oh my God, I can't even believe this is happening. What? There was no altercation.
So we're here in this place and we're asking these questions because we're trying to determine what caused trauma to the body.
Yeah.
Because by all accounts, there should be none, right? It's like there should be zero. Good health, and what have you. So that's why we get to the question of, well, yeah, why? I mean, that's the ultimate question, because there's no other logical answer that we can come up with.
And I don't have a logical answer either. I don't.
So there's nothing you can think of as far as that would explain like bilateral bruising on the neck?
Not at all.
Because I know in our experience, when we start seeing certain injury patterns, we start going down the path of what could have caused this. And sometimes it's easier explained and it's obvious, and other times it's less obvious. But sometimes when a certain combination happens as well.
I never laid hands on my wife. I never laid hands on my wife.
Ever any other objects or anything?
No, nothing.
A week later, detectives sat down with the woman Kevin admitted seeing.
Do you know, had Kevin had any of those conversations with Marcy as far as separating or divorcing?
He might have said, I don't know. We actually, probably a little bit, just because I was in this situation and I wanted to get out. I mean, that's why I don't know if there was a fantasy for him. Like, fantasy, I mean, just making me feel better.
Okay. Like, are you saying you don't know if he would tell you, like, we're seeking a separation to try and, like, give you hope and make you feel better?
Yeah, like, yeah.
I guess when he talked about it, did it seem like it was more of a fantasy or more like realism? Because sometimes when people tell a story, or sometimes it's true and they're pulling very like detailed statements out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I went to see such and such person on this time and day and talked, and this was our conversation. Or sometimes if they're
I think
more
for me, I
fantasy.
just don't know. I mean, we fell in love with each other, so I thought maybe that eventually one day.
Okay.
But I was still stuck in my situation, trying to keep Johnny from, going.
I think this has kind of been asked in a different form. Have you and Kevin talked about, like, if you're able to separate with Johnny, what your guys' future would look like?
I think, I don't know when, or I know you want dates and times, but yeah, I thought maybe one day we'd get married, and we had like a fantasy of like, maybe we'd get, I say fantasy, that sounds not right, but more of like, when you talk, like hopeful,
Sure.
maybe, or for me it just was kind of like a dream, because he's so nice.
Mm-hmm. And did he share in that dream or fantasy?
So.
He spoke with a divorce attorney or somebody like that in December. Did he tell you anything about that?
No, I mean, he like went and saw one. Like
That's our understanding of it. Did he mention that at all to you?
I don't know. Like he was filing for divorce.
I don't know the details on it.
Why?
Just that it was brought up.
Oh, okay.
So he hasn't explicitly told you. I went.
6 weeks later, the investigation had moved far beyond another round of questions.
Hey, Kevin. Hi. Hey, good morning. You mind stepping out of the truck for me?
Why?
Sir, step out of the truck.
What are you doing to me?
Step out of the truck. Do it now.
I am.
Face the truck. Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything. What did you?
We'll explain everything here in a couple minutes, okay? So we're gonna walk back to my car real quick. Is it okay if we
Phones on the center council.
We'll talk about it here in a few minutes, okay? We'll talk here in a few minutes, but we got a couple things we gotta do first, okay?
I'm gonna.
My St. Michael, okay, and my. I'm sorry.
Okay. Everything's gonna come with you.
That's my St. Michael.
I got it. Going in the bag.
God. Oh, God. This is happening.
Yeah, pretty much say.
Right.
You're not comfortable.
I know. I'm a good man. I got it. Okay. My wife. I've only tried to save people my whole life. This isn't right.
So, Kevin, I know you must have a lot of questions. We're gonna try and get some of those answered. I gotta read you this real quick though, since you're in cuffs in my car. Okay.
I understand.
So,
I'm listening.
okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right at this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? You do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I know you must have a lot of questions. We have some questions too. We'd like to talk to you about that. We're going to head back to our office. That way it's not in the back of a car in your neighborhood, okay? So I know that you must have a lot of questions.
I would have just come in and talked to you with my attorney, like I would have. Like,
Okay.
I would have. Okay? Like, I don't know. Okay.
We'll talk about all that once we get back to the office. As far as the truck goes, we're going to make sure they're going to talk with. Is Ted home right now? Okay. And is Megan here? No? Okay.
She's at her fiance's house.
Okay, with Caden? Okay. So
Dude,
we'll
they're all I have.
I know that. I know. And
I'm a good man.
nobody's saying you aren't.
I did nothing but good. I swear, I tried to help her.
So we'll chat about that here in a minute, but we're gonna get going here in just a second back to the office, okay? Are the handcuffs okay? They're not too tight? I know it's not comfortable, but we'll get you down there as soon as we can, okay?
Can they tell Ted that I'm just being talked to, like, so he's not scared? Like, I don't know what. I can't believe I'm being arrested, guys. I cannot, like, even conceive this.
asking for the attorney's phone number so Kevin knows off the top of his
I don't know the attorney's number off the top of my head. I have his cell phone on my phone. I have my
Do you know the attorney's name?
Brian Walker.
Brian Walker? Give me just a minute and we'll get going.
Hi, I'm Jason. How you doing this morning? Good to meet you. It's like this.
Hi, nice to meet you, Stephanie.
So I'll catch you up to speed super quick and easy. There's a lot going on. Your family's been through a lot. We're not going to make it worse. We're just here to do our job. So your dad's been arrested. He's going to go to jail today. Right now they're taking him back to our office. See if he wants to talk about things in another interview. But he is being arrested for murder. And what we're doing right now is we're going to apply for a search warrant for his truck. And we want to minimize making things inconvenient, so we're going to try to do that here real fast so we can just get the truck over to you and then be out here.
Sounds good. Do you have that attorney's number?
I don't know his number, but your dad gave me his name. They're super. You just Google Brian Walker.
Nearly 2 years later, a Clark County jury found Kevin West guilty of first and second degree murder. Prosecutors argued he was having an affair and planned to leave his wife, while the medical examiner determined Marcy died from asphyxia with blunt trauma to the neck. The seizure Kevin reported to 911 was ultimately rejected by the jury as the explanation for her death.